sick, hey, I can see that individual, recover. So you just put because somebody don't told us and the people just believe that there ain't no power. Come on here now. I want power. I don't know about y'all. I want that Holy Ghost power.
We want to see the manifestation of it all. And like you said about Elijah, that's one of those things of the whirlwind. Okay, think about it. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I thought about it, I said, God's son, come down here and pick up a person. You know what I'm saying? Come down here and ride for him. They go back. Now, if that ain't power, if that ain't having a relationship, he comes to the blood. That's amazing. And then which one was the Elisha? The one that saw him. That was powerful too. Think about it. It is amazing how all of that happened, but you can barely, these days now, you can barely see a miracle because these people don't have this type of relationship. They don't have this type of relationship. It's about the dollar. Put $1,000 at my feet. God said, do this right here. Well, what about feeding the poor? What about giving back?
This is a lot of times when you get prophesy a lie, it's all about lies. I'm going to go back. When I was about 15 years old, I started going to a whole new church. And there's a difference. From 15, when I said I was going to hold up, I was about 15, 16. There's a difference now compared to back then. It's going to this church. So they used to say you had to wear long dress, you could wear makeup. But if you go back to the years right there, it's a whole difference compared to holding church than it is today.
It's a big difference because I truly believe that they their worship and their praise was genuine. Yeah. See, a lot of it now is I'm gonna keep on my heart, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna put on for people. I'm putting on for the city, as they say. They putting on for the city. They ain't doing nothing for the Father. So
then they concern of the spirit. They'll let you know about yourself. The people, the whole of ladies and men, they'll put you to the side and tell you about yourself. You're not moving up. So they concern of the spirit. They go. Right.
One thing about the child I don't know which child it is now. And she was passing out these cards. And she was telling me, I'm going to give you a card. And you give $1,000. And then God will bring out of what she's in. And the people were just lining up, just taking their card. And so, I'm broke. I may have $20 in my checking and savings bank, but you want me to give $1,000 to you so God can bring me out, and the man ain't mad. So if I'm gonna give you $1,000. Then I'm helping you. I'm still broke. I'm $4,000 before. And I just looked at the people that just lying and just in that car. Come on, keep talking. It's hard. Give $1,000. Give $1,000. And then we should. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there.
That's a powerful example of how the enemy robs, steals, and destroys. Because of the lack of knowledge. God will ask us for 10%. You will be able to stand for 10%. That's it. It's a choice if you give more. No, you can't buy your way out of situations. You can't. God, He loves us so much that He said, I knew the very hairs on your head. I knew before you was even created in your mother's womb. He knows. He said, knock at the door shall be open, seek and you shall find.
Like the woman with the issue of blood, how all those people were trying to touch Jesus, get a miracle. She went, she ran as hard as she could to draw the people to touch his garment. She said, that's all I need, please. And she just stopped and was like, who touched me? And they were like, everybody was touching you. She was was like, And he turned around and the sergeant said, shall your faith heal you? That was on Christ. So he asked.
It takes belief and trust, knowing that God is real. It's a simple thing, just like with salvation. The reason we are, I'm using myself for example. And no matter how many people pray for me, it had to be a heart posture. And it's a day-to-day, like, God, I want you. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to live this life for Christ? Going back to the stories of this here. The kids wanted it so bad. He was little. He wasn't the average man. He was short in stature. He wasn't what people would feel would be athletic or even in his lifestyle. You know, because of the career he chose, people didn't like him anyway. You know what I'm saying? He had done things he shouldn't have done. But his heart posture said, I want to know who Jesus is. I got to get to him. So this is what I want to do to get to him. Now, I just want from what I took, he just wanted to see who Jesus was. That's all. He didn't know he was going to be called out. And then be called out by his name. You know how special you are when God called out your name. You know, seriously. He called out your name. He knows you. So, it's how bad you want it. It says, statue and curiosity. And he sought to see Jesus, who he was, and could not for the press, because he was little of stature. The Greek word translated here as he sought is essential to Luke's gospel, appeared more than 2,000 times in various forms. Perhaps the most memorable of these instances is, as it shall be given to you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. So there's scriptures. If you want God, you ask. Just like we ask for financial blessings, healing for our children. And God, I'm asking you to come into my heart. God, I'm asking you to show me, direct me on living this life with you. God, I'm asking that you show me how to see more. God, I'm asking you to show me how to die daily. It's what I ask. Then I'm going to pick up that word. I already asked you. I got the scriptures. I'm going to take those scriptures and apply them to my daily life. One of the things I'm going to say in one is, order my steps in thy word. Let not any iniquity happen in me. Do you ever think about scriptures that stand out to you? They may not stand out to certain people. Other people, if they have those scriptures that stand out to them. Like Jeremiah 29 and 11. That's my scripture. For I know the plan. And the reason why, because at birth, the enemy planted seeds. He planted seeds. So I don't know if I ever showed y'all. I have discussed with y'all, and it's kind of a touchy subject for me, but I'm okay with it this morning. I'm good with it. I have been molested by 3 family members. And I went out of town and had another encounter to the point I was like, I don't know if I think I need to pack my bags and go back to South Carolina because I was uncomfortable. So uncomfortable that I was calling like, hey, I need y'all to pray. I'm probably going to leave back out. I might have to leave this vehicle up here so that one of my other family members can get back home. Because one of the predators made comments and they kept saying something. I'm like, we're grown. We're an adult. Is this really happening? So I'm like, okay, traumatized again. Because you think things over. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to make it through. And every day, I kid y'all not, every day, I was like, oh, I hope nothing, nothing happens. I got to stay in the common area to the point where I had this particular person. I had said, we can fix me something to drink because they was fixing everybody else something to drink, non-alcoholic beverage. And I just so happened to go where they were. And they fixed me a drink. And I was like, oh, I smell the alcohol in it. And I kid y'all not. And I'm like, I told you. Don't put alcohol in nothing of mine. I don't drink alcohol. And they was laughing and made some ugly jokes. And I'm like, okay, I know I can't trust you. Now, will I go back to their house? No, I won't. No, I won't. I won't. And I had actually gotten sick prior to me leaving to go out of town. And my daddy fussed at me because he was like, you shouldn't have never, if you're sick, you shouldn't have never left. But that was God's way, I feel like, trying to protect me from what was going to attempt to take place. So it's like those kind of things when the enemy plant those seeds, he'll try to revisit. He'll definitely try to revisit. And I had to ask God, like, God, when I get home, to pray. I actually had people praying for me because I was like, I'm about to head back to South Carolina. I'm gonna have to, use car so my other family member can get home. But I was trying not to draw attention to the situation. Now, me and this person, we don't talk. I initially found out they had gotten real upset that I didn't give them my new telephone number, but I did. I felt like, hey, you played them games when I was younger, and he can go to his yard as an adult, so he can go to his foolishness. No. So, but when you see when things like that occur, and I want my young ladies, if I have to share this with the young ladies, I'm fine with it. It's just, don't put yourself, and it's not your fault. I'm going to that it's not your fault. You have predators out here like that. But when the enemy tries to rob you of your destiny, he have people in places that do those types of things. You got men and women that are predators. And it's just when I think about it, when it came to Jeremiah 29:11, he told me the plan. See, I could have let all those situations cause me to feel be promiscuous, be out there really bad, but I did. Because my heart posture was like, I forgive you. I had forgiven a while after I had got married. I asked God, let me not look at them and feel no type of way. And then when I went out of town, this happened, and I'm like, it was a little setback. But at the same time, I knew I needed to be in prayer because this could have set me in a whole other direction. So, when the enemy plans to rob your life, to rob you of your destiny, because I think I would be up here if I had allowed all of that to continue to go on, or let it manifest to the point where I struggled a lot. And because Jeremiah 29:11 stands out to me, he told me he knows the plans for my life. To prosper me and not to harm me. See, the enemy does not want us to be prosperous. See, if you look at the story, he didn't want Zacchaeus, nor that blind man, or the other man to be prosperous. Now, 2 out of 3 were successful. 2 out of 3 was like, you know what, I don't care what y'all say. You telling me to be quiet, I'm going to be loud. Because the enemy does not want us to pursue God. The enemy does not want us to run towards God. If anything, he wants us to muster down like the first guy did and said, I did all this stuff, but I can't give up the wealth. And a lot of people use traumatic situations to say they're angry with God when even though God allowed it, he didn't have anything to do with it. That was the enemy. And we have to take those situations and give them to God. We have to place them in God's hands. We have to say, God, I trust you enough that if you allow this to happen, this is the seed that the enemy is planting. I'm going to still trust you. You have men and women that work in terrible homes. And they take, what's the name of the pastor? Myers. What's the last name? Pastor, what's the name? Last name? Joyce Myers, her. Look at her father. Her father molested her. Look at her. Look. A woman God, good thinking. She didn't let that determine the seeds of the enemy. That's unnatural affection for a father to look at his daughter or to touch his daughter. That was the plan of the enemy. But she did not allow that to stop her from getting where God wanted her to be. Just like Zacchaeus and the blind man. Zacchaeus didn't let his short stature stop him from running and getting up in the tree. So if he cannot allow that to stop him, why are we allowing the enemy to stop us from fulfilling the purpose or seeking God?
Like you said that about joy. No matter what she let people know she did this, she forgave them for what she did, but she always bring it up out there. She did her. No matter what she preached, she will bring that up.
And